Now we're going to start looking at algebra in graphs, how we can represent lines as equations, or equations as lines, I should say, sorry. Or we can draw a line from an equation, and that will show us the behavior of the equation over any value of x or whatever variable you're putting in. We normally work with what we call Cartesian graphs. So what exactly is a Cartesian graph? Well, basically, it's a two-dimensional graph split into four separate areas, or what we call quadrants. So here is an example of it. It's two-dimensional. We've got an x-axis and a y-axis. The x-axis is horizontal, so any value of x will be along here, and the y-axis will be vertical. Notice how there's an x and a y. Of course, variables can be any letter, but usually when we're converting equations into lines or vice versa, we just use x and y. So if you had 2n minus z, 2n minus 1 is equal to z, you change that to x minus 1 is equal to y. And as well in these equations, we need one to be the subject. Usually we put y as the subject. The quadrants then we name 1 to 4. It starts up in the top right. That's the first quadrant where both x and y are positive. And then you work your way around anti-clockwise. So where both x and y are negative, would be the third quadrant. When we're writing down a coordinate, so for instance, if I want to write down the coordinate of this point here specifically, I'm noting in an exam you wouldn't do a big spot like this. You do a small little cross in pencil to mark that point. First of all, we open up a bracket. Next, draw a line down to the X line, making sure it's actually on the line. So again, because of the way the PowerPoint works by here, I couldn't quite get it on the line, but make sure your dotted line follows it down. And we write the X value, wherever it reaches, first of all, with a -4. We need a comma, and then we draw a line coming across to the Y-axis, this time reaching 3, and write the 3 in with a bracket. And that's how we write a coordinate in a Cartesian graph and what exactly they are.